everybody. Come on in and see us. If you have video, turn on your video so we can see your smiles. Come on down. I can't tell if anybody's in or not.
They are. Yes, if you click on the top right, you can see the number. Yes, and under attendees. I don't think we'll be able to see their videos, but we can use the chat.
Oh, that's sad. I wanted to see smiles today. That's okay. So, hello, Megan. Thank you. They don't see a video option. That's okay. I was just hoping we're going to fix that for the future, though. I'm just telling. So,
Yeah.
Michael, we're going to fix the video option in the future. So, that's awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. And I know that we only have 1 minute, but if you tell me what's been going great in your day, what's been a good thing while you're typing, then we can chit chat. So, Delaney, what's been good in your day?
I went to Taco Bell this morning. That was fun.
You had Taco Bell for breakfast? Is it really good?
I did. I do really like their breakfast crunch wrap. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Megan says it's beautiful weather today. Where are you located, Megan?
Yes,
Megan.
The bacon crunch wrap, the breakfast bacon crunch wrap, so good. Add some jalapenos. The best.
Golly gee, I'm going to have to get out there. I'm going to have to go. So, I live in a very small town in northern Florida, just south of Jacksonville. My town is so little that we have fast food, but we don't have Taco Bell. So I'm going to have to go there. April is already swimming in the pool. Oh, that's wonderful. That's a good thing.
Jealous.
I know. So I know, right? We're so jealous. Miranda, what's been good in your day today?
Let's see. I've got 2 girls and I dropped them off this morning. I had to drop one off early for rehearsals for a play. And then my youngest is having pre-K graduation pictures this morning. So
pre-K, how cute is that?
It was good.
Oh, so was the good part that you dropped them off?
Yes, that was the good part.
I was thinking about my daughter when you asked that too, and I was like, it was kind of a rough morning.
I'm gonna go with Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Did you take them to Taco Bell before you dropped them off? Right? What was it?
No, that's a mom only treat.
April must be a mom too, because she said yes. The great part is dropping them off, right? Yes, that's for sure. Okay, well. I'm so glad that you guys played along. And so I just want to introduce ourselves and get started on our first inaugural. This is our inaugural, is that how you say that word? Inaugural podcast with ZenOne. And I'm just really happy to be a moderator for this series that we're going to do. And so I guess I should tell you, my name is Sherrie Busby, and I've been a dental assistant my whole entire life. And I am just passionate about dentistry in general, right? I just like everything in dentistry. And at the later part of my career here, I've been an educator for the past 11 years and just learning things, right? So I'm just so excited to be able to help with podcasting and all those types of venues that are actually new for me, right? Just getting on being a podcast moderator. That's pretty cool. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. I'm in my dental background, and I have 2 friends with me today. So Delaney, since you raised your hand first, so tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, some of you may already know me. I'm the customer support manager here at Zen. I've been at Zen for going on 5 years. And before Zen, I was a dental assistant in a practice just like a lot of you were. So I've been in everybody's shoes, and that's why I love supporting people. I think I have a unique perspective.
I love that. It takes all the uniqueness to bring us all together. Okay, Miranda, I know that you are still working, right? So tell us a little bit about you. We know you got 2 kids. One of them is little girl.
I've been in dental 11 and a half years or so. I've been at this office for 3.5 years. Great office. I love this place. But yeah.
I love that so much. So these guys have joined us today, and I thought for as our inaugural podcast supported by ZenOne, we should find out like what ZenOne is. So I have a poll. Like if Michael could start the poll for us, let's do a quick little poll and find out like do you ever struggle with managing your supplies? Because supplies management, I mean, come on, let's face it, it's a full-time job all by itself, not to mention your patient care activities and everything else. So do you ever struggle? Like it's just a smiley face, yes or no, with managing supplies? Let's see, I wonder if I can vote. Can I vote? We got 3 answers. All right. 75%. I don't know how he did this, but
This smiley face is yes.
yes, we struggle. Like I would assume that everybody struggles because it can be overwhelming to have just not only keeping things organized, which is the hardest part of the battle, right? Being organized. And then having things like making sure you don't run out. It would drive me batty to open up the last box in the drawer of the endo obturators, and the box is empty. And your doctor's like, yes, I need that 25. And you're like, the box is empty. My day did not go good right that moment. It was not a good day, right? So I'm sure that I'm not the only one that's ever happened to. I have to tell you though, the obturator thing was the most traumatic in my recent clinical life. It was the most traumatic because like, holy cow, now you got to fill it small or you got to make it bigger, right? When your obturator doesn't fit, there's no way to change that. But anyway, that's traumatic for me. And it doesn't make your day go truly great, right? So when that happens. So I'm glad to know that it's a universal struggle, if we will. So we're talking about ZenOne, which is a platform that can help with ordering supplies. And I'm telling you, if you are new to this podcast and you're not already using ZenOne, it's like Amazon for dental supplies. Like that's the easiest way to say it. You can go in there and you can find everything, like all the suppliers are attached to the platform. You can go in there and you can choose whatever you normally would buy, but now you can funnel it through one location. And I just think I have many friends who use platform to order their supplies, and they tell me it's just revolutionized their whole day for it, right? So Miranda, tell us about like what are some of the things that you like about using ZenOne, and how long has your office been using the platform?
Well, I have to say I love the Amazon reference because that's very true. It really is. When I came to this office, I think they had just started with Zen maybe. And so the whole time I've been here, that's what we've been using. I really love how, you have like an inventory and you can categorize it to tips or cements or gloves. And so if you need to order something, you just click on the category, you don't have to type anything in, you don't have to search. It's all right there. It's very handy.
Very handy. What was it like? Did you order supplies before you came to this office?
Yes.
How was your experience then?
I would just order through one distributor. So I didn't have to like shop from different distributors. So, I mean, it wasn't hard, but again, I didn't have a lot of different choices,
Right. So when you're shopping in one distributor, you're limited to that, whatever that pricing is for that product, right?
Right.
So how is that different on ZenOne?
I mean, if I click on, let's say a package of gloves, it'll tell me this one that I chose, but then it'll also give me all these other options from other distributors who are either cheaper or have a similar product. And so it just kind of gives you choices,
I like choices. Options are always better, right? I think we're a culture right now where we want everything to be customized to what I need. That's why you go to Starbucks and you order a crazy amount of lattes with 3 pumps or 2 or sprinkles or not sprinkles or whatever because we like things customized, right? So that's really awesome about that. So, Delaney, tell us what are some features of the platform that you feel like are the very best ones? And maybe it's features that people don't even know about yet, right? What are those? What would those things be?
Mhm. I'm gonna go ahead and share as I go through just so we can visually see
Okay.
as I talk about it. Now I think the value in ZenOne, not only does it help you keep all of your ordering in one place and manage your inventory, but it's very simple to use. And not only to add things to the cart, but seeing all your savings too. Like if I were wanting to buy things again, I can just click buy it again and add it to the cart, and I'll be able to have that full transparency of pricing. So I think that is also what makes it special. Because you're going to be able to see the pricing from all the different vendors that have
Love that. Look
products
at that.
available. Hmm.
Yeah, and you may sometimes you may find that, okay, this is a great product. We like it, and it's so close in price. I'm good to keep with what I normally buy, right? That's awesome. How
Hmm.
about you
Yeah.
guys in the chat? Write down, are you using how are you ordering? And what would be a pain point for that? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. We have a poll for that. Michael, can you do our other poll? What's the biggest pain point? What is your biggest challenge with supply management? Your answer in the chat or your option in the chat. I don't know what that means.
They're gonna write it in the
Oh,
chat,
they're
I
going to
think.
write it. Okay.
Mhm.
So let me get to the chat to see.
Oh, we've got 2 of those. I'm really excited to see what you guys say.
Oh, yeah. I want to see that. Let's see. Go to the chat and write it in there. What's the biggest pain
Out of
point?
stock.
Out of stock. Oh,
That's
my
always
goodness.
bad.
It always happens,
Mhm.
right? Because now that we have tariffs in this country, it's really difficult to get things in, right? So that's always a problem. Out of stock. Okay, let me go back to the chat. That's all right. We just want to kind of see what your pain points are. Getting staff to let me know we're out of something. Oh my God, girl, you are preaching to the choir. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute, right? We're going to talk about, I think that along with the ordering, supply management is a huge struggle for most of everything. Okay, April says, I have a unique situation in that I am in charge of the clinic at the dental science program, and we have to rely on students to let me know when we're low at a community college. That is a big challenge, but I think that we might have a solution for you for that too. So those are big pain points, like across the board, across the country, they are, right? So I think that Delaney going through these things. So is there a place in ZenOne that I know that I'm sorry, I'm choking right here. Miranda just talked about making a list, right? So you go to
Mhm.
your list and you made your list. Tell us how that works.
So the list that she's referring to is your inventory list, also known as a formulary to other people, but we just call it the inventory. And in this list, you're able to fully organize things however you'd like them to be. In Miranda's example here, she sorts everything based on what it is in their office. But some offices may also do it by based on where the product is stored in their office
Mhm.
or how often they're needing to order it or whatever the case is. It's completely customizable, like you said, like your Starbucks orders. So
Right.
you can completely customize this to fit whatever your guys' needs are. And then within your folders that you create, you can sort all of your products specifically for how you need them. And then from here, if you need to reorder, you just simply click reorder. Or another thing that we have here is inventory tracking. So this does help in some offices that have trouble getting their team members to let them know. But one other thing that more offices like than the inventory tracking is the QR codes. So with the QR codes, the idea is you print them off, you stick it up wherever you store the product in your office. And then as you're using that product, or as you need to order it, you just scan the QR code with your phone on our app. And then that way you can send it to the cart and build your shopping list. So that takes your team having to let you know when you're out of stock with something, because everybody has a phone. You can scan it and add it to the cart. And it takes out the time for you having to come in and search for all the items that you need as well. So that's a big time saver if you're really having the issue of people not telling you, because you can simply tell them, hey, when we get down to 2 here, scan this code and add it to the cart for me.
I love that. So April says she's hoping to categorize by dental program, dental hygiene, dental assistant, and clinic. So can I make like a category and then subcategories underneath there?
You can. Yes, you can.
All right. That's awesome. So, and then Salvatore, are you going to let people know about our collaboration inventory site? I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
Inventory site, I am familiar, but I wasn't familiar if that was something that we're covering in this call. Salvatore, if you want to email me separately, we can chat about it. I do know that we have a partnership with them with Inventory Insight as well. Yes.
Okay.
Well, there you Inventory go. Insight, they have a barcode scanning system.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, so the platform just makes it very easy to order your supplies, right? Because you can do by categories. You can just do, oh, it's RFID and AI. Hey, that's pretty cool. I need to know more about that myself. So it helps us to know about, we've got our supplies ordered, right? But so, Miranda, in your practice, how do you have that communication with your team about inventory management? Because this is the hardest part, right? It's the hardest part to do. So what is your tip that you guys do?
So I do love the QR code. We have yet to set that up, but as of now, what I have is just a big whiteboard in our sterilization area. And if we're low on something, or if somebody sees we're out of something, I ask them to write it down. I try once a week to kind of take inventory myself, just in between patients, to see if we're low on something or what we need. And sometimes things aren't written on the board, so I try and catch it before we run out, because that is my pet peeve. But even if some people write it down, I still kind of look to see what all we have. Like, do we really need that right now? So it works pretty good for the most part.
It works pretty good. There's still that struggle, though, of when you have to go do it. So in your practice, are you the only one who does supplies?
Yeah.
So it's a one-man show, right?
Yeah.
All right. How about you guys in the chat? Put it in the chat. Are you part of a ordering team, or a one-man show like Miranda is? And the reason I ask that is because, just like compliance in your office, supply management needs to be a team sport. And this may be a concept that is a little bit unusual for people. Holy cow, Stacy's got 3 locations. Holy cow, baby. We got to talk separately too. But regardless, it should be a team sport. Okay. So in your office, Miranda, the team puts it on their whiteboard, right? Yeah. Which is hit or miss. So has anybody, and you can drop this in the chat too, has anybody used a tag system? Or maybe we could alter that with a QR/tag system. So Megan says yes. Megan, how did that tag system work for you? I really wish they could chat. It would be so much easier, right? Natasha says no, she's not. So while Megan, she says it's okay, but not great. And I'm going to tell you, the tags get lost. Yes. And then people are naughty, and you will rubber band a group of things with a tag, and somebody will take something out of that rubber band. Right. But if your team is empowered and they know that it's their helpful, their responsibility, a tag system will work really well. And I could see it so well with the QRs too, right? So it's a combination of the QR code and the tag. So let's say that you need to keep on hand 5 boxes of small gloves to last you to the next order period, right? So you would take a tag, and in this case, you could take that QR code, print it out, and put it on the back of this tag. And then on the front of the tag, you just want to write what it is. So this is gloves, the brand, whatever cranberry brand, and then what size they are, right? And then how many you want to have on hand, and then how many you should order. And so you take that tag and you put it around the 5 boxes of gloves. Well, when somebody goes in to take a new box of small gloves, then they would take that tag and then put it in a bin for you. Right. So then you go through with the bins, and then it's like a little bit of an old school thing, but the same thing with the Insight. You go through and you scan it, like everybody could scan it. So I'm hoping that whoever scans it, it would filter to your same cart, right? So you can know that that's what's there. But if you you have to make supplies to be more of a team sport in order to keep it, because then the other thing that can happen, right, is that the inventory comes in, everybody's trying to help, so they just pull it away, and you have no idea what came in, right? Does that happen in your practice, Miranda?
Sometimes, not too
Sometimes.
often. Yeah.
Megan says yes all the time. So, yay, thank you so much for helping me, right, to put the stuff away. But we have to have some sort of system, and a system only works when everybody follows the system. So I think that being able to help that. Is there any other, like, Delaney, how would you suggest that inventory management happens in conjunction with the platform?
I mean, as far as inventory management in general, it helps you reorder. It helps you see how much you're ordering, how much you need to order, helps you organize. There's multiple areas where the platform helps with the inventory management in general.
So can multiple people log on to the platform? I believe that they can. Everybody can log on and put something in the cart, right? To say they can order.
Yeah.
So anybody can do that. But there should be only one person, your supply owner. In your case, it's Miranda, right? So you are the supply owner. You're the only person who could buy the cart. But if everybody else can go in when they notice it, and then they can stick it into the cart, right? That would be so easy. And it takes the burden off of one person having to go in there every 2 weeks and look around, right? So that would be helpful.
Yeah.
Natasha says, if I'm not here, they leave the inventory me to put away. And when I'm here, the other assistants do know how to mark things when they come in. They do not get involved with ordering. I know, because sometimes we are ordering Nazis, and we gotta protect our budget, right? It's all about the budget. Speaking of that, so Delaney, are there, show us or tell us about budgeting tools that are within the platform? Because I know that they're there. I was so excited.
We do. Let me reshare again.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have a couple different budgeting tools. One, as you're spending, sorry, can you see my screen? Yes, you can.
I can.
You set your guys' budget, your own, on a monthly basis. You can come in here and reset it based on collections, or you can just set a base monthly budget that you would like to stay below on a monthly basis. And then as you're spending, it will deduct here in the top, so you know how much you have left for the rest of the month. So that's just the very basic things. We also have budget categories. Miranda's office hasn't set it up here yet, but just a quick little overview what it is. You're able to and also while I'm thinking about it, this might be a good thing for Amber's office that has the multiple different types
Mhm.
of things where she's doing. So you can separate it out by that, where you have your, I'm sorry, I don't remember all of them, but you had your DA and you had your school and whatever the case is, so on, so on. A lot of offices will separate it out by whatever the category is and then set a specific amount of budget towards that. So as you're setting up your inventory list, you'll be able to allocate products to go towards that budget. And
Mhm.
as you're reordering it, they will be applied towards that budget. So that's another budgeting tool we have.
I
And then,
love
of
that.
course,
April says that's
report.
great to know, especially for her,
Yeah.
because April needed the dental hygiene, that she needed hygiene, she needed DA
Mhm.
and clinic itself. So that's really,
Yes.
really helpful to know that. And
Mhm.
based on, I know for a school, like April is ordering for a school, you probably have a set budget, right? But I think that Miranda, do you guys have how do you find out how much money that you're going to spend every month or every
I
2 weeks,
do,
I guess?
at the end of the month, I do a monthly report on everything.
So you use a monthly budget.
Mhm.
Is it based on collections or production?
Well, in my report, I have a spot where I do like promotional items or resale items or, charity, stuff like that.
Okay. I personally would recommend that when you're thinking about your budget, that you base it on the past 2 weeks of collections, because you cannot spend money that is not in your bank account. Right. So I work with a lot of offices who say, well, we base it on production, but you can't, because there's insurance write-offs and there's different discounts and all this kind of stuff you do. And that production money is not necessarily in your bank. Right. So base it off of 2 weeks of collections. If you don't know how to do that, your practice manager or office manager, whatever you call them, they can go back, your business assistants, they all know how to run these reports to get the last 2 weeks of collections. And then you take a percentage of that. So Miranda, do you have a percentage that you use of your money, or what do you find it works well?
I mean, I think it's always the same number. It never changes for me.
Oh,
So
your number.
I'm not doing a percentage of anything. I just have a set
Okay.
number.
Just a set amount, and
Mhm.
that works for your office just fine, right?
Yeah.
That's really great. Delaney, what do you see other clients or customers, how do they do it?
Yeah, I do see a mix. There's a good amount of offices that do it similar to Miranda, where they just have a set amount, works for them
Mhm.
each month, and they usually don't exceed that. And then there's a good chunk of offices that will go based on their collections, and they'll do a percentage of their collections. We
Okay.
usually recommend somewhere around 4%.
That's perfect, because that's what Megan said. We do 4% of collections. That is like
Mhm.
the
Perfect.
perfect dollar amount, if you will.
Mhm.
And Stacy says the same thing. I do my budget based on collections from the previous month. So yeah, I love
Mhm.
that 4% number. I was just with some practice management consultant friends, and she told me, she said some are 4.5 to 5. But if you could get that puppy down to 4%, that's where you're making profits and you're running leanly, right? And so that's the value right there, getting it down to a 4%. That's where the comparisons in the platform will really, really pay off for you. Because just like our gloves that we mentioned earlier, right? You can have all of those options for gloves. And like I said earlier, sometimes you may say, oh, we really like this brand and it's within $1 or $2, so you're good, right? But sometimes there's a big difference. And come on, most gloves are good. I mean, let's face it, most gloves are good. We do have some that we really love. You know what I mean? Like I love the halyard utility gloves that fit amazingly and go all the way to your elbow. I mean, you can do a surgical scrub with those puppies on. You know what I mean? I do love those, and sometimes that's worth the money. But most of the time, if you have products that are further away from the mouth, right? Don't change your doctor's composite right away. That's not going to work. But if you can save money and you can do that on products that are further away from the mouth, like bibs, suction tips, um, I don't know any other things. I'm running out of time, so I'm trying to get all those examples in there, right? But if you can save money on those things, then you can get down to that 4% of collections, which is an ideal place where you could be. So gosh, well, I want to thank everybody. So I want to thank you guys for joining us today. And Miranda, would you have like one piece of advice that you could give people on being an amazing supply owner? What would that be?
Keep up the hard work, because I know that we all work real hard, and don't get mad at yourself if you run out of something. You can't be perfect. But yeah, if you choose to work with Zen, it's very helpful. Very easy.
Very helpful, right? How about you, Delaney? What would you say?
Oh gosh, embrace the simplicity, lean into it. We have a whole support team that's there to help you on the back end on our orders, and even my direct support team. Me and Randy, we talk all the time. We text or we send emails. So we're here to help you every step of the way. So
I love that. I love the built-in support, right? That's just so awesome. And it's a lot easier than Amazon because they got people that can talk to you, right? Love that.
Yeah, they have their bots. I promise we're all real.
Real people here. We're not
we're all real people.
Right. Yes. Okay. So guys, we are going to do these podcasts every couple of weeks. Yes. And Megan says, yay, real people, right? We're going to do this podcast every couple of weeks. And I have a list already of people that we're going to talk to, and just interesting content. We will talk supplies periodically. Don't get me wrong. But we're also going to talk about other things. I've got a friend I'm going to meet in just a few minutes about digital dentistry. How cool would that be to learn about 3D printing and all those kind of things, right? So I want you to put it in your calendars. We're going to be every 2 weeks, the second and the fourth Wednesday of every month at 1:00. Okay. So put that in your thing. And look, the ZenOne team says, look, you can use a code, a ZENFAN, to get an extra free week out of our ZenOne free trial. So do that. And you guys, there is a fee for the platform, but it's like less than $100. You can save more money than that by going through the platform. I'm just telling you. Right. So, okay. Megan says, I do crowns and would love that. So yay, that's an awesome thing. All right.
We'd love to have you, Megan.
Thank you. Make sure to tune in again, put it in your calendars, and then watch for the next promotions that come through. And I will see you in a couple of weeks. Have a great afternoon, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much for joining. I so appreciate it.
You got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.